that the audio was there. And the audio was not there. Now we have video and audio at the same gosh damn time. All right, motherfuckers. So some shit that we've been seeing on, especially coming from Right Wing Watch, where they compile clips from right wingers' radio shows or clips from politicians, and sometimes even stuff from tweets and Facebook posts, blogs, and whatnot from right wingers, conservatives in general, politically active white supremacists, and those that attempt to influence or monetize or even grift. They cover it all. And this, I think, is something that I would like to speak on. Let's play a little bit of audio. We did Mark Taylor before. I think I want to be doing a lot more of this stuff as I lean less into staring at the election until I wait for, if we get Joe Biden and Trump on stage together, oh fuck yeah, I'm all over that comedy show. That's a great episode of White on White crime in and of itself. But for now, I'm not horse racing it. Even the night of, I don't give a shit. Right? It's way too much bullshit. But let's take a look at this Mark Taylor cat. All right. And of course, they call themselves QAnon. Folks have heard me go through the riff of all these different sects of right wing that for the most part are the same thing. Pro-capitalist, pro-white supremacist, and pro-violence and pro-misogyny, transphobe. They're all pretty much the same people. They just have different goofy nuances. That's it. Same ideology across the fucking board. All right, from QAnon going all the way back to Posse Comitatus and Southern Libertarians post-Reconstruction. All right? All right. Let's check out Mark Taylor. Oop. Right Wing Watch always likes to let you know that they're doing fair rights, fair use. I don't let people know that because I don't give a fuck what these right wingers
think. You can't go in and start arresting a lot of these people right now because it would look like he was a dictator trying to arrest his opposition during the election.
That's the problem.
The day after he wins, Katie barred the door. All bets are off at this point. And I think that's probably when you'll probably see some of the most action. Now, will they make a few arrests between now and then? They better do something. Can't wait too long because we don't want a civil war starting because the patriots are fed up with this man.
When they're talking about civil war, I think that's the wrong wording, though it's the right wording for their audience, because right now they are being politically correct, right? They're using civil war for their audience, but for the folks that tune into shit like the Wine Cellar, I wouldn't say civil war. They're talking about street fights. All right, a civil war would actually involve like a government against a government. Like somebody would actually have to be like, okay, I'm elected or appointed leadership of this new government, and these folks are my military of this new government, of this new statehood, of this new nationhood, and we are fighting your nationhood in a resistance of being a part of you anymore. That would be a civil war, right? But no, this is street fight, bang bang boogie shit, which on some level it makes Boogaloo Boys such an appropriate name. Alright, so street fight, not civil war, what they're talking about.
Patriots are fed up with this man.
Said the Patriots are fed up with this. Again, like, these are like their names, right? Like, you have some Crips that'll be like, yo, me and my Lokes are fed up with this shit. He's saying me and my Patriots are fed up with this shit. And I got my homeboys, the Proud Boys, some of them niggas out in New York, they're fed up with this shit. I got my Patriot Prayer niggas out there in Oregon, they're fed up with this shit. I got my niggas, the neo-Nazis, everywhere, they're fed up with this shit. You know, like, they're talking about their sets when they're saying who's fed up. They're talking about who they bang with.
Because the Patriots are fed up with this man. I've been warning about this. The Patriots are fed up. I'm not...
I know, now something else he's doing for his audience, he's saying I've been warning, but it's not like, I mean, are you tuning into the Wine Cellar? Do you regularly listen to Mark Taylor and get warned? Because you warn outsiders, you warn enemies and potential enemies or comrades of said enemies. That's who you deliver a warning to. So this part is performance for his audience, saying I've been warning them. He hasn't said shit to nobody about shit. If anyone can hear that beeping, that's the oven timer upstairs. The oven's turning itself off. I got some dark meat chicken legs in there for my lunch at work. You know, we do patriarchy hardcore in this house. I make my own lunch. But I be hungry, man. All right.
I'm going to mention who it is, but it was a very well-known and reputable military type of Twitter account that put out...
well-known, reputable military type of. All right, so, I mean, some niggas don't do show notes. Okay, but he doesn't remember exactly who it is, but this Twitter account is saying something. Let's see.
But it was a very well-known and reputable military type of Twitter account that put out a statement from an ex-veteran that was basically putting the warning out that you guys better get your stuff together, or because if we take matters into our own hands to take back this country, it ain't going to be good. And see, that's what I've been warning about. Because if they're waiting too long, the veterans, I got a couple veteran friends of mine. One of them, he said, we have 14 million veterans that can walk into combat today. Today, think about that in this country. I don't.
All right, so that he's talking about veterans, he's talking about people that have previously, been military, Army, Navy, Marine, whatever it is, military, and they're saying that they're ready to come back to the streets, and they're ready to come to the streets and take on anyone that the right wing calls the left. That's the thing. If you're if you're pro Biden, pro Kamala, and you're tuned into this show for some reason, they're talking about blasting on you too. Like, if you're just out there holding up a pride flag, like a, the new pride flag that has like the brown, black stripe in it, and you're just trying to hold it down, you're like, hey, all right, I think people should be nice to each other, and you're waving the flag and you're cool and you're not strapped, they're gonna blast on you too. Like, essentially, I'm not saying it blatant enough, stop protesting. Don't go out there. Only go out there if you're going out there to bang. Like, protesting is over. Making a statement with a sign and marching, as far as the safety side of it, what little bit of safety there may have been is fucking gone. Because as soon as you go out there, you're a part of whatever crowd that all the right wing has lumped you into. They're calling you all that. And that's from the top down. What do the top main Republicans say? I mean, Donald Trump and all them niggas. Joe Biden's gonna bring in Antifa and hardcore socialism and shit. We know that's not gonna happen, but they're making sure to lump. And remember, they put in this work, and they don't give a fuck who they put this work in on. They'll blast you just like they blasted on Gabby Giffords. Or did we forget her name? She survived her shit. And if you heard, she doesn't speak the same anymore. They fucked up her speech when they tried to murder her. And she's a motherfucking, let me see, let me get my shit proper. If Gabby Giffords is Congress or Senate. Let me take a look here. Gabby Giffords. Just search that up in the old Bing. And it says, American politician, gun control advocate, member of the United States House of Representatives, representing Arizona's 8th Congressional District, Gabby Giffords in the House of Reps as, a congressperson. All right, and they straight dumped on her, and the motherfucker that, and this is where niggas was arguing against extended clips, because that cat had a regular clip, and when they went to change the clip, after he unloaded on her, they fucking, somebody tackled him down so that they couldn't put another clip in the strap. All right? Like, they've been coming to put in work. Tiller, the baby killer. They murdered George Tiller, the abortion provider, and maybe did other services that I don't know of. All right? They came to murder. They're not playing. Let's play the last little bit of Mark Taylor here.
He said, we have 14 million veterans that can walk into combat today. Today, think about that in this country. I have warned that if they wait too late, if we're not careful, if they don't show something that justice is coming, at least show the patriots that justice is coming, it will buy some time until the election.
All right, so he's talking about it could happen before or after the election. He's talking about not a civil war, but about very violent street fights that are going to involve people that, and when they're saying ex-military, now they're talking about trained shooters, right? Trained invaders that may have experience, may have been in the shit. And it's like, okay, so now you, person that may be tuned into this program, are you ready to get out in the street against that? I'm saying that shit ain't safe out there unless you came to bang, because they are coming to bang. All right, winecellarmedia.com. I am recording this at 12:24 p.m. because now, for the first time in 11 years, my ass is on night shift. All right, so I got to go to the factory and do the 2:30 to 11 p.m. shift. Though I think because today is like some orientation type shit or whatever the fuck, because I'm starting a different factory, but the same company, but there's going to be, you know, nuances and subtleties and whatnot. And then I think they'll have the shift starting at 2:55 p.m. after that. So yeah, I'm working from the afternoon into the night. That is my shift now. So yeah, the wine cellar is going to be getting produced and coming at you at some different times. All right? And motherfuckers, if you go out there to bang. All right, be safe, motherfucker. Oh, I need to turn off the Facebook Live. Damn Facebook Live, get on from around here.